What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to the Hybrid Network and another discussion on Hellboy, Rise of the Blood Queen. At least that's what I would have said had they not changed the title. So it wasn't a huge piece of news and there didn't seem to be any particular reason behind it, but the upcoming Hellboy reboot has lost its subtitle. Now, this doesn't really say anything particularly drastic about the film or any sort of direction it's going, but it does raise questions as to why. The subtitle was first shown through some promotional material drawn by Mignola himself, where it showcased the film's 2018 release date. With the subtitle, it was pretty widely speculated that the film would be following the trilogy of books focused on Nimue, the Queen of Blood, and while that's most likely still the case, the drop of the subtitle could be for any number of things. Firstly, the title probably was just too hokey. For a Hellboy project, the series hasn't really gone down the route of any title with Rise of. It just doesn't suit the series, and it seems more in line with something from The Mummy or another B movie. I mean, this is a series of books with titles like Seed of Destruction or Box of Evil or The Storm and the Fury, so maybe the team came to the conclusion that they needed something else to draw audiences in. Because Rise of the Blood Queen does have a sort of B-movie feel to it, and I doubt that's what you really want to portray before you start promotion for the film. The film could be looking for a subtitle that more accurately portrays the tone and point of it. It's been stated several times that this film would be a darker look at the world of Hellboy, really going full on with the horror and darkness of the comics, but it was also stated to be something of a character piece, really diving into the character of Hellboy and focusing on his internal and emotional struggles. Much more than I'm sure we've ever truly seen before, and you want a title that really presents that. Rise of the Blood Queen sort of just pushes the antagonistic force of the movie, but you'd want a title that really tells the audience we'll be getting a closer look at the protagonist as opposed to simply focusing on how much of a badass he is. It's the form that we seem to be approaching now, what with films like Logan showing us that audiences want a little bit more than just a powerful hero punching baddies and cracking one-liners. No, audiences want something a little more substantial. They want to get to know the hero that they're following as they make their way through impossibly daunting tasks, because the greatest struggle that they could ever have is the one within their own mind. It's the internal struggle that really sells this stuff, and I'm excited to be able to see Hellboy from that point of view. It might not present that at first when the title is simply called Rise of the Blood Queen. You want to give the audience a semblance that you're going to be looking at this character from a different perspective, looking at them from an internal view. Now, I don't know if this simply means they'll be calling the film just Hellboy. Perhaps it might be better that way to reintroduce the character to a new audience. I mean, it doesn't need a rebranding like, say, The Amazing Spider-Man, because audiences aren't morons. They'll know that it's separate from the previous entries in this franchise, but I mean, if that's really what they'll go with, we'll just have to wait and see. But why do you all think they dropped the subtitle in the first place? Let me know in the comments down below, and make sure you stick with the Hybrid Network for more updates and discussions on Hellboy and his new reboot. This is Luke signing out.